It's Tuesday. Yay. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the program. I am Viktor Wilt, and I think I'm in a little bit better shape than I was yesterday. Had a rough mental day yesterday, as well as just a pounding headache. It was miserable. And I've got to empathize with anybody who deals with things like migraines. Usually if I get a headache, it doesn't make me want to puke. Anyway, tried to get some sleep yesterday and got a little bit of a nap in after work, and then woke up just riddled with anxiety. And then usually I can fall asleep pretty easy, but I don't know, whatever was going on with my head, I just could not get back to sleep. And you know how it is when you know you need to be up super early, like 5 a.m., and it just keeps getting later and later and later, and then you're getting more and more stressed. Yeah, thankfully my lady got home from work fairly quick to keep me company and distract me, help me get to sleep. Jeez. Really hoping that today is a much better day. Screw Monday. Anyway, so next band I'm going to play, they got their big movie event happening at the Regal Edwards Grand Teton Theater in Idaho Falls. Talking about Megadeth. It's going down the 22nd and 24th. We're giving away tickets all week. A simple call to win scenario. At some point, Peaches or I will ask for caller number 15. If you get through, you win some tickets, and you can go check out the Megadeth cinematic event, and you get to hear their new album before it comes out. So, yeah, keep listening for your chance to win that. This is one of the tracks that will appear on that album. It's called I Don't Care. Well, this thread could be interesting, or it could be depressing. Kind of like the one I looked at a minute ago. It was about things about the 90s that sucked. And, I was expecting a bunch of pop culture stuff, like, maybe pop music in general, 90s country music. I don't know when the last time you listened to some of that was, but, yikes. But no, it was just very bleak and depressing. So maybe this one will be a little bit better. What's the most unhinged, crazy prediction you have for 2026 that you're low-key convinced is going to happen? And, I guess right out of the gate, it's getting dark. But this is just wacky predictions from people on the internet. They say, a reminder that in the Star Trek universe, World War III started in 2026. Yay! Yay! That's fantastic. That's just a TV show, though, all right? Yikes. The world definitely needs to settle down, I swear. The news just gets dumber and dumber every day. This person predicts that a company comes up with an Ozempic knockoff that causes the zombie apocalypse. You never know. Got these companies whipping up these magic new drugs. Something bad could happen. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and skip that one. See, this is why I should read these threads before. Because now it's just immediately getting dark. This person has a positive prediction. Cheap cold fusion invented in late November, and everything starts getting better. That would be nice. How about time-traveling tourists start showing up and taking pictures? They'll be sworn to secrecy about the future, but one of the kids will cry and wish us good luck before her mom pulls her away sternly. While the dad tells her it doesn't really matter anyway because we won't be around to stop it. Oh, that's great. Very optimistic internet. Oh, this person actually a little bit optimistic. They're like, nothing happens, nothing, just a normal year. Okay, just one normal year. Nothing crazy. All right, now that is a crazy prediction. It would be wonderful if we just had kind of a boring year. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's going to get pretty nutty. Simply based on, again, the news. Well, let's see here. All right. Yeah, just dark. Dang it. I miss the old internet. When people had fun. When people were optimistic. Can't even have some fun on Reddit. All right. I guess I'm going to take a quick break. And then I'll be back. I'm going to keep digging. We'll find something to talk about. Okay? The latest from Ice Nine Kills, the laugh track. Looks like the band is currently in the middle of writing a horror movie. Shouldn't be too big of a surprise, knowing their shtick, but that's cool. Looking forward to checking that out eventually. You ever see the Foo Fighters horror movie? It wasn't too bad. Some of the guys in the band are better actors than the others. It's called Studio 666. And like I said, it was fun. You know, it was worth one watch, I guess. But I think I like the soundtrack better than the actual movie. Yeah. Just because somebody's, a rock star doesn't mean they're going to do great in a movie. Dave, again, he was pretty good, but some of the other guys, they just kind of took you out of the movie a little bit. Ice Nine Kills, though, I don't know. Maybe they could pull it. I don't know if they're going to be in the movie or they're just writing it or what. But, hey, if it's more horror, I'm down with it. Yeah. Gotta love some good horror action. Oh, I wish I could just sit around today and watch horror movies. But at least, thankfully, so far today is a much better day than yesterday. Yesterday did not go my way, to say the least. Ugh. Yeah. So, yeah, check out the Foos horror movie if you've never seen it. Studio 666. Worth one watch. Wonder if there are other horror movies that have bands in them. Bands, horror movies. Let's see here. I guess these are movies that, kind of have to deal with bands. I want movies that have actual band members. Wasn't there one that had, like, members of Five Finger Death Punch and stuff like that? Bands in horror movies. Maybe I need to redefine my Google search. All right. Alice Cooper and Iggy Pop were in a movie called The Dead Don't Die. And then they mentioned the Foo Fighters here. Dawkins appearing in A Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Or is that just the song? Yeah. A lot of bands contributing musical, or music to horror movies. I guess Dee Snider appearing in Strangeland. I haven't watched that in a long time. I remember the soundtrack was bomb. But was the movie good? I don't know. Let's go to the phones here. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
This is JD. Good morning. Love you. Love your show.
Oh, thanks, JD. Are you going to be able to help me figure out horror movies that had band members in them?
Well, I have a movie, but it's not a horror movie that had band members in it.
All right, what's that?
Airheads.
Oh, yeah, there were a lot of rock stars that popped up in that movie. I need to watch that again. It's a classic radio movie, and I haven't seen that in ages.
Oh, and it's so fun.
Oh, yeah, and
such a fun.
Becca loves Adam Sandler, so that should be a pretty easy one to go. Let's watch this.
Good. She has some interesting tastes. That's for sure.
You're right.
But yeah, Lemmy was in that movie, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Lemmy was a nerd in the crowd, remember?
He was. He's talking about playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, so there you go. There's one.
All right. Yeah, thanks for reminding me about that movie. I'm going to see if I can find it on streaming anywhere, because Becca and I will have to watch that for sure.
Gotta find that song that they played on it all the time and see if you play it on the radio.
Oh, the band's song that they're trying to play on the radio?
Yeah, kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, I'll see. I bet it's out there.
Right. They have that old cassette tape, you know?
Yeah.
Trying the original. Yeah.
Well, I'll do some digging.
All right.
Maybe I could pull it up.
Well, you have a great day. I'm listening.
Right on. Thanks, JD. You have a good one too, man. Peace.
Peace.
K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
It's Jason.
Jason, what you got for, horror movies, or it could be movies in general that feature rock stars?
Horror movie with Rockstar. I got 3 of them.
All right.
Rob Zombie's horror films.
Oh, no, well, did Rob Zombie himself appear in any of those movies?
Oh, yeah, every one of them.
Really? Okay.
Well, I don't know about the first one, but I know he was definitely in the second 2.
The Devil's Rejects?
And other one.
Okay, because
I think he was definitely in 2 of them. I don't know if I think he was in the first one, but not the whole movie.
Yeah. I'll do some digging into that, because I know his wife is a star in all of them.
Yes,
but,
she was in all.
Yeah.
But she is a member by Zombies, so.
Well, appreciate the call on that one, and those are some more really good movies. Devil's Rejects is like grade A horror. Need to go back and watch that one again.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Well, appreciate the call today, man. Hope you have a great rest of the week.
Yeah, you too.
Right on. Peace. Oh, wrong button. K-Bear, you were live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
Okay, this is Becca.
Becca.
I have watched Airheads a bunch of times because I love Adam Sandler, JD.
Yeah, well.
And also, okay, it's not a horror movie, but there's always Tenacious D, man.
Oh, yeah, that is definitely a band in a movie and one of the greatest movies of all time. And you and me need to watch that together. I don't think we ever have sat down and watched it together.
Yeah, no, and my daughter even loves it. And she swears with it too, and it's fine.
Well, let's make a date of watching Airheads and Tenacious D. That sounds like good night.
Airheads and Tenacious D. Yep, sounds good. Okay, sounds like a plan.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
My daughter loves it.
K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
This is your favorite listener, Mike Rolfe, man.
Mike, what's up?
Chester Bennington in Saw.
Oh, Chester Bennington was in Saw, and that scene is brutal.
Yeah.
What was it, like Saw 3
like
or
10
4?
or something, wasn't it?
I don't
Wasn't
know.
it like one of the really old, long ones?
Yeah, they have so many Saw movies, I can't remember which
So
one.
many of them.
But
Yeah, that's the first one that came to mind was old Chester. I was like, he was definitely in a horror movie.
Yeah.
You could call it a horror movie.
Oh, yeah.
First few were pretty good, but then they got kind of weird.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the newer ones. You know, the old ones were really good, but
Yeah.
yeah. All right, dude. Well, appreciate the call, Mike. Good to hear from you, homie.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care, buddy.
You too. Peace.
All right, bye.
Oh, come on. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Who's this?
It's Mitch. How are you, Victor?
Mitch, I'm doing pretty good, man. What movies and rock stars you got for me?
Well, you remember a movie called Trick or Treat with Gene Simmons?
Trick or Treat with Gene Simmons. And now I swear I've seen Trick or Treat, but that would have been back in the day.
He played a radio DJ. I'm pretty sure he played a radio DJ in that movie.
All right.
I might be, but I know he was in a movie called Trick or Treat, and it wasn't really the greatest movie. It was a fun movie. It was a fun one.
Well, hey,
I wouldn't mind watching it again.
sometimes fun is all you need. So
Yeah.
Well, right on, man. Appreciate the call today, and enjoy the rest of the week.
You too.
Right on. Peace.
All right. Peace.
Actually pulled up a list on Loudwire while we were taking some calls. Alice Cooper been in a bunch of movies. Monster Dog, Prince of Darkness, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, The Attic Expeditions, and some movie called Suck. Corey Taylor's been in a couple movies. Fear Clinic, Bad Candy. We got another caller. Let's go ahead and go to the phones. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
This is the Dusticles.
Hey, man. How you been?
Not too bad. How about you?
Oh, decent. So, what you got for horror movies with rock stars in them?
I just tuned in, so I'm not sure if anyone said this yet, but Jonathan Davis made a cameo in Queen of the Damned.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I haven't seen that forever. Another movie.
Yeah, it was one of my favorites growing up. But yeah, he actually wrote all the songs for that as well.
Yeah, I was going to say another movie with a great soundtrack. So.
Oh, I grew up on that soundtrack. I love that movie. I mean, it wasn't great, but, it was good for the time.
Yeah, have to go back and watch it again. It's been a long time.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, right on, man.
My input.
Well, appreciate the call and, have a great week, dude.
Hey, you as well. Thank you so much.
Right on. Peace.
Okay, see you.
Yeah, this list I was looking at online, in addition to Gene Simmons being in Trick or Treat, apparently Ozzy was as well. So yeah, they do have a picture of Gene Simmons here in a cowboy hat, no makeup, of course, and Ozzy looking like, I don't know if he's some kind of a television host or something. Now, Jared Leto, does he count? Because wasn't he an actor first? I don't know if I'd count him, but anyhow, watch some horror. Now, just because it's January doesn't mean it's not the spooky season. I was looking at this post online that somebody made, and they've got a large graphic with like 1 million band logos on it. And they're like, I'm looking for recommendations based on these bands I already like. And it goes all over the place, all right? Everything from Pearl Jam and Nirvana to Alice in Chains to then Morbid Angel, Gojira, Slaughter to Prevail, Led Zeppelin, The Police, 311, Mastodon, Creed, Knocked Loose, Tool, Arctic Monkeys, 21 Pilots. They have basically every band you can imagine on this list. What do? Just start chucking bands at them? Here, I guess you'd never heard of this one, but I mean, there are so many bands on this graphic that it would be very difficult. Every time I think of one, I'm like, oh, no, they're on there. There's Bring Me the Horizon. There's Pierce the Veil. Okay, they got Parkway Drive. They even got Dream Theater on there. STP. There's like not a lot of rhyme or reason to it other than here is a gigantic list of rock and metal. It's kind of like if somebody posts in Life in Idaho Falls, where's the best burger in town? And you just end up with a list of every single place that sells burgers. No rhyme or reason. You're not going to get a solid answer because everybody has different opinions. Where's the best sushi in town? Here's every place that sells it. Anyway, good luck to this person. He's getting a lot of responses, but I just don't even know where you'd begin. It's a very weird compilation of bands that are on this list here. Well, I guess that's how most people's music taste works. I mean, mine's all over the place. It's pretty rock and metal centric, but I should make a graphic like this. Really confuse people. Chuck a few hip hop artists on there. Some Sturgill Simpson or something. Help me pick music. And then just let them run wild. Here you go. Name every band you can think of. I guess that's the key to getting content that gets interaction. Make it something that everybody can chime in on. I probably need to do some social posting. I've been really slacking on that lately. It's all right. The winter months, they mess with you a little bit. My motivation gets low. Need to get it together. Get it together. So, gonna take a quick break. Back in a minute, and we'll see what else we can dig up online. Something hopefully a little more useful. Well, after that nice, pretty song from Sleep Token, might as well get into some nightmare fuel. Sorry, if I read this stuff, sometimes I gotta share it, because it made me feel creepy crawly. Thankfully, it was in Florida. So a woman is suing her apartment management after spider bites led to the amputation of 2 of her toes. She had to get 2 of her toes hacked off because, spiders just started biting her feet. Started seeing them within 2 weeks of moving in. You got to at least get the glue traps, okay, lady? You got to put down the glue traps. You see spiders? Yeah. You never know what kind of spider might be biting you. Get your skin all rotten off. Ugh. I haven't told this story in a while, but, a few years ago, I would generally sleep in the basement. Well, I always did. And so I'd use the basement bathroom to get ready for the day. Basements are where spiders hang out. Well, I got glue traps in the bathroom down there. One day I'm getting ready for work, and I see this giant hobo spider stuck in the glue trap. And I'm like, oh, geez, glad it's stuck in the glue trap. But he was kind of like thrashing around. It escaped the glue trap. It pulled its legs out, and then it went running across the floor. Okay. Sorry. Might be a little bit early for spider talk, but I saw this article, and I'm like, well, if I have to put up with reading that, I'm going to share it. Don't want to have to lose your toes. So, I don't know if she's going to, win this lawsuit or what, but, you shouldn't be at risk of losing a foot simply because you move into a new place. All right? Yeah, that reminds me, I need to put some new glue traps out. I know they're not the nicest thing, but, we got spiders around here that I've been bitten by a hobo before. It gets pretty bad. It's pretty nasty, okay? Welcome to the program. It's the Viktor Wilt Show. Hope your Tuesday's going good so far. All right, what was I looking at here? Oh, the best and worst states to raise a family in 2026. You got a little one on the way. Well, you might want to move. I mean, we're not the worst, okay? Idaho coming in at number 30 out of 50 states. So that's, just floating around right in the middle. I'm going to go with that means we're an all right place to raise a family. But apparently there are better places, according to, what is this? They had a name for it. Doesn't matter, right? The name of it doesn't matter. But apparently Massachusetts, number 1. Huh. Yeah, very good on the family fun ranking. Also health and safety. Best education and childcare in the country. And they say it's really affordable too, which, I don't know, maybe as long as you're outside of Boston, Massachusetts is pretty affordable, according to this. Idaho, not doing very good on the family fun ranking, coming in at number 41. Yeah, according to this, North Dakota has more family fun than Idaho. We need to get it together. I've been through North Dakota. I don't remember anything. In North Dakota. What does North Dakota scream to you? Oil fields? That's about it? Huh. Well, anyway, we are safe. We're doing good on the safety front. Coming in at number 16. But yeah, not so well in that affordability or education and childcare. which I guess if you live here, you know, affordability's kind of shifted in the last few years. And, you know, our politicians, they sure like to cut education. Well, I'm not telling you to move. Because, again, a lot of these places that it says are the best states for families, it's like, I wouldn't want to live there. Massachusetts? No. Minnesota? No. My family lives in Minnesota. It's nice to visit for a few days. Would not live there. North Dakota? Wisconsin? Wisconsin's like a much worse Minnesota. I mean, it's not the worst place I've ever been, okay? What is the worst state I've ever been? Probably have to be something like Nevada or something like that. I mean, what does Nevada have of any excitement except Vegas? And Vegas is like a 3-day max. You know, you hang out in Vegas, it's like, get me out of here. Get me out of this chaos. New York, that's got to be pretty low on the affordability scale. Well, I guess outside of the city, New York, I think it's pretty cheap. But you're dealing with, like horrible winters. Got to give a shout out to the current winter in East Idaho. This is the best winter I've ever remembered having. I know some people are sad. They want some snow and stuff. It'll come. We'll get it. Trust me, but this has been great. Fantastic. All right, well, if you want to find that list for yourself, just Google it up. Best and worst states to raise a family. Again, it could be worse. We're number 30. That's not too bad, I guess. Back with some freak news in a minute. Note to parents, your child's backpack, not a good place to store your handgun, okay? How about a safe? Ever heard of one of those? A safe. Well, let's see, this is out of, of course, Florida. Guy's been charged with child negligence and arrested after his 5-year-old was found carrying a loaded handgun inside their backpack at their local elementary school. Apparently, the school's screening system, OpenGate, alerted the staff. Is that just a metal detector? So, no bad things happened or anything like that. But, what was the guy's excuse? What did he say? Yeah, I thought it would be a good spot to put it. Jeez, people. Yeah, be a responsible firearm owner. I think here in Idaho, most people are. But there's still idiots everywhere, okay? Are you having trouble getting going in the morning? Apparently you need to jump up and down 50 times. Oh, it's way too early for that. Yeah, videos are going viral on TikTok with people talking about the praises of jumping 50 times each morning right when they get out of bed. So, scientists and doctors have jumped in and they're like, yeah, actually, this is a good idea. Helps build bone density, builds muscle, promotes lymphatic drainage, improves circulation, and it wakes you up. Just don't do it if you have, problems like weak pelvic floor, significant knee, hip, ankle, or foot pain, Achilles tendinopathy, plantar fasciitis, recent sprains, a history of stress factors, or balance issues. And you're just supposed to jump in place in rapid, consistent speed, making sure to drive through the balls of your feet and land safely on the balls of your feet. Don't need to jump as high as you can, but if you do, you're going to get some of that extra bone and muscle strengthening benefits. All right. I don't know if I'm going to stand up and jump up and down 50 times right now. Maybe after I get some better sleep today. Did not sleep good yesterday. Yesterday was a rough day. But today is an improvement. So, got that going for me, which is good. All right, what else do we have here? You know, if you're going to propose marriage to somebody, you might not want to do it in front of a crowd. Because what if that person says no? This band in Australia invited a fan up on stage to propose to his girlfriend. You know, he brings her up and he's like, hey, you know, it was a few years ago. We saw these guys together. I know they're our favorite band, and I thought today, well, maybe today is the time. He gets down on one knee, and then she just starts shaking her head and grabbing his hand before she tries to pull him back up to stand. As the crowd roared, the man could be heard repeating, no, no, and then she ran off the stage. Oh, that'd be crushing. Yeah, do that in private in case they say no. I mean, it might sound fun, like, all right, I'm going to pull you up on stage at the Mountain America Center in front of 6,000 people. Oh, it'd be rough. No. I shouldn't laugh. I feel bad for the guy, but yeah, I guess the band themselves were pretty mortified. They didn't think that would be the result. Yeah, if you're going to go for a public proposal, make sure you're positive they're going to say yes. And maybe it was stage fright. I don't know. But again, feel bad for the guy. Okay, got a little bit more nightmare fuel for you. For those of you into getting tattoos, like I myself, I definitely enjoy a nice tattoo. But you got to make sure you're not allergic to the ink. That can do some bad stuff for you. This guy, where was he from? He was from Poland. And he got this tattoo of a red flower on his arm. And apparently the red ink, he was allergic to it. And it left him with some pretty unpleasant side effects. He can no longer grow hair. I don't know if that's just on his arm. But he also is no longer able to sweat. Yeah, it says it caused his hair to fall out. I don't know if that's on top of his head or what. It doesn't say. But yeah, you just can't sweat anymore. And you got to be able to sweat. All right? Yeah, his lymph nodes became all swollen. And then his skin started changing color, and none of them could figure out that the red ink was to blame. And then they finally did a biopsy of the swollen lymph node, and traces of the red ink were pinpointed. So, yeah, he had to go under the knife surgery 8 times to slice the red ink sections out of his forearm and replace them with skin grafts. But now his hair's grown back, but he still can't sweat. Leave him in, he's at risk of heat stroke, and I guess he's going to have to move like here or something. Antarctica, move to Alaska. So anyway, that's scary. I've never heard of that one before. Thankfully, I've had red ink tattooed into me and didn't seem to have a problem. But yeah, just something to apparently be aware of. Ugh. I don't know, maybe it was just crappy ink, crappy overseas ink. I don't know. So good luck. Good luck. I'd still go get a tattoo today if I had the money for it. They're pricey. Cost a lot of dough. Want you to note this event coming up February 5th at noon. You've got the Greater Idaho Falls Police Foundation hosting its annual Law Enforcement Appreciation Luncheon at Melaleuca headquarters in Idaho Falls. I work with Lieutenant Crane every Friday during traffic school, powered by the Advocates. And you can join community leaders and local businesses as we recognize outstanding service and leadership from the Idaho Falls Police Department, Bonneville County Sheriff's Office, and the Idaho State Police. Tickets and sponsorships available now, with proceeds benefiting the Greater Idaho Falls Police Foundation. If you want to get details and tickets, go to ifpolicefoundation.org. That is again going down Wednesday, February 5th at noon. getting out and supporting those who serve our community every day. Again, ifpolicefoundation.org for tickets and the full scoop. Go check it out. Chino from Deftones was in the news the other day saying that the band is the biggest that they've ever been. And I've noticed this myself looking at streaming information for the band over the past couple of years. I don't know if it was TikTok to blame, but the band is just massive. And I think it's great. Got to meet Chino one time. Really nice guy. And I think they definitely deserve it. It's kind of crazy how long some of these bands have been at it and that they're just now really blowing up and becoming like super massive. So congrats to Deftones. Pretty dang cool. Well, if you're feeling bad about your bank account, you know, you're not the only one. Times are rough right now. Poor Mr. Beast doesn't have any money. That's what he's saying. Saying he's got a negative bank balance. His empire is valued at about $5 billion, but he has to borrow money for stuff, like taking a loan from his mom for his wedding, and that's what he says. He's borrowing money. I'm sure it's gonna roll back in, Mr. Beast. Sometimes you probably shouldn't jump in the news and just say stuff, all right? Nobody wants to hear Mr. Beast going, oh, I don't have any money. Nobody wants to really hear pretty much anybody say that. Times are tough right now. Hopefully, prices will come down eventually, though, right? Well, I'm just going to hide in a cave, hide in my house till payday. Because I don't even want to look at my bank account right now. Not till payday. Be real sad. Be Mr. Beast sad. I have a feeling he has an easier time borrowing money than the average person, though. Anyway. See what I mean when I'm talking about light news day and there's nothing pleasant to talk about? I have been scrolling through every possible news source imaginable to try to find things to talk about. Can we stop with the doom and gloom and darkness already? And the craziness is really getting old. This show used to be a lot easier to do a few years ago. I mean, there's plenty I could talk about and that I have thoughts on, but I ain't going to stir it up. Everybody is mentally exhausted, I think, after 2025. We just need fun. So I'm going to try to find something really stupid to talk about, okay? I'm going to do my very best. All right, let's talk a little bit about video games. That's a positive subject, ain't it? Everybody loves video games, right? I know I do. I wish I had more time to play them, and I really need to get around to playing something other than Red Dead 2. It's just such an easy go-to. I turn it on, tends to be relaxing. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the recliner, getting eaten by a bear. Well, if you're not into video games, you can always watch movie versions. There are a number of video game movies that are getting made right now. Some of these I'd heard of, some of them I had not heard were in development. Like Mass Effect, that's a game that I have purchased on my computer. Haven't played it. I've got a pile of games on my computer that I just haven't played, namely because I need to fix my computer. It just keeps overheating, and it's very, very frustrating. So, much easier to just fire up the PlayStation and, okay, let's Red Dead 2 again. But I have heard that Mass Effect is known for having a great story, so that could be a pretty cool adaptation. Like The Last of Us, they've done a really good job adapting that so far. I'm very interested to see how Season 3 will go. Not sure when that's coming out. But some of these adaptations seem kind of weird to me. Like The Sims. All right, they made Barbie into a movie that was actually pretty good. So maybe somehow they can pull off making The Sims into a movie that's entertaining, it just sounds strange to me because The Sims is just based around controlling virtual characters doing menial everyday life things like going to work, taking a shower, eating food, go to bed. I mean, it's a game that you wouldn't think would really work very well, The Sims, but I have played the crap out of The Sims. I went through a period of time when I got my first computer and The Sims 1 came out. That was my Red Dead of back then. Yeah. Assassin's Creed, I haven't played a lot of that, but I would imagine, based on what I know about it, it could make a pretty good movie. The Legend of Zelda, they recently showed some screenshots. It's a live action, not going to be a cartoon or anything. Legend of Zelda, one of the best video game franchises of all time. Can it be made into a good movie? Probably. You know, speaking of Red Dead, you see that pop up from time to time as a movie suggestion, and I don't know. The game is so long. It's kind of like a Stephen King book. You know, every Stephen King book that they make into a movie for the most part just sucks. Unless they're stories that are like 100 pages long. You know, those work out great. Shorter stories. But the longer the books are, the worse the movies are. So, I don't know. Legend of Zelda, pretty lengthy story. And which story are they going to do? There's been a lot of different games. I've never played Gears of War, but I guess they've got a movie coming for that. I did see a trailer for the Street Fighter movie, and I don't know what to think based on the trailer. It could be cheese, or it could end up being pretty good. The latest Mortal Kombat movies were pretty good. So I don't know. Call of Duty, I'm sure, you know, they could make that into a movie. They've had Tomb Raider movies, but I guess they're making a new one. Could be good. You got Ghost of Tsushima, another game I started playing and then never finished. Same with the latest God of War games. Really need to get around to playing that new God of War. Bought it months ago, played it once, off it went. I don't know, I'm terrible with starting games and then not finishing them. You know, the one story I'd like to see him adapt, I think, would be BioShock. I think that could make for a pretty good series. You know, BioShock's a great video game series. But who knows? I did see that Mike Flanagan is going to be doing a new Resident Evil movie, and that's exciting to me because Resident Evil movies haven't been that great. But Mike Flanagan, if you've never seen some of his stuff, check out like Fall of the House of Usher or Midnight Mass on Netflix. They're so good. So good. And he's rumored to be doing The Dark Tower. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. The Dark Tower being properly adapted, because, man, that movie sucked. It was bad. So bad. So anyway, some good video game movies to look forward to in the future. There's others that they're discussing making, like Elden Ring, Death Stranding, Stray. Stray's a game I need to buy. You'd think I would know that I would own that game, being a cat guy. You know, it's a game where you play as a cat. And it's supposed to be really good. But I haven't picked it up. I bet you can buy it pretty cheap now. The game's been out forever. Probably should have looked during the holiday season. What's it going for online right now? Seems kind of steep at $37. Got to be somewhere else I could pick that up for a little bit better of a deal. Maybe eBay. Find a used copy. Thank you again for tuning in to the Victor Welch Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.